Yo, Dave, you get the sticks. Slim, get the bass. Yo, are you ready to kick it? Here we go. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. I can't hear myself, man. Turn them up. Turn it up just a little bit. Well, alright. Slim, give me a little bit of bass.
What's good? Who with me? Who with me?
New Jack City. Yeah. Oh. Thank you, everybody.
What's good with everybody? Welcome to the Wyatt Live 5 p.m. drive home show. Let me get everything. My bad. What's happening? I'm sorry I'm late. I actually just got in. I was on the road. I was listening to E. Great show, by the way. He always do what he do. And I was rushing. I was even texting and driving, but since I was in traffic, it's fair to say that I wasn't driving and texting. I'm in traffic, right? So technically, I'm not driving and texting if I'm standing still. Sorry, I had to swallow that sandwich real fast. For y'all that don't know, today was bologna. Yeah, I still eat bologna. My bologna has a first name. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, since day one, it's always had a first name. What's good? Athea Williams is in the building. Hope everyone is having a great day, she said. Let me put the chat up so everybody can see everybody's conversations. My bad. I told you when I get in late, things be, if I hit the power button and things go wrong, whew, I tell you, it's tough because I don't have time to prepare quite a bit. Hold on one second. I'm getting a message. Yeah, I don't have time to prepare a lot of times. So hold on. Let me just make sure I got the right situation. I'm trying to pull the screen up so everybody can read everybody's comments and you don't have to pay attention to me so much. And I just want to make sure I got it. Okay, there we go. Want to make sure it didn't top over, but then I want to be able to read the comments. So if you have a comment, put it in the screen and it'll show up on the big screen here. And your name and your name and all that'll go up in lights with your enlightenment of conversation. Your response, your comment. A little thrown off. I didn't have time to do my voice exercises. See, when you blow up, you got to start doing these la 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 whoa, 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 voice exercises. I'm just playing. Just giving some people some time to get in. Got the phone line set up today. Short show today. Let me tell you why it's going to be short. Because my conversation today is very limited. I don't like talking politics. And that seems to be on everybody's mind today. I just ain't got the energy for the shit. You understand? I don't have the energy for it. I don't have the energy for the people who she said I sound like Ray J. I was doing voice exercises. Y'all buy Ray J shit. He said Ray J, right? Y'all buy Ray J shit, and he don't even sound as good as a voice exercise. Shots fired, Ray J. Come buy my podcast, Ray J, and correct me. Come buy it. Ray J can't sing. Y'all just now knowing that shit. Ray J can't sing. If it wasn't for them master A+ studios and shit, half of R&B would be dead. Them guys wouldn't have had no careers. And I know I'm shooting shots and shit. I shouldn't do that. But I say the same thing about rap music. Them dudes can't flow. Do you know my old school? Since I opened the show up with an old school, I feel like I can say some old school shit. All right now. But do y'all know, anybody who follow rap, you ain't got to be a pioneer. You don't have to be like some genius of rap. But we all in my age group grew up on rap because rap started when we started, right? We helped rap to become what it is today, the good and the bad. But do you know in today's society, remember back in the day when we was in school and they would have rap battles and dudes would have to like write shit down and then battle somebody the next day or battle a neighborhood and they be talking that shit. You failed the 9th grade or some old shit. They tell your secrets in the rap battles. Remember that shit? Or who could do the best, who could come up with the most, lyrical, spectacular move, who could shoot a 3-pointer with the lyrics, who can dunk the hardest with the lyrics, who can say the most flaming shit. And we also had this thing back in our day called freestyles. Remember freestyle? They even had battles. I think 102 in part, 106 in part had those battles, freestyle battles, where it was like you had to take a topic and flow off that shit. You didn't get 24 hours to go home and write that shit while you eat a bowl of cereal. You didn't get that. You had to be able to flow. Remember that? Do y'all know that this generation of rappers go on radio stations? They go on radio stations and they get on these shows and they do what they call freestyle. Freestyle, which means in my world of hip hop, freestyle mean make shit up as you go. Not some shit you done wrote at your granny's breakfast table eating a bowl of cornflakes. I can tell that the shit is written. It's not freestyle. And it's not even freestyle to take some shit that you wrote for one song and combine it with another song that you wrote for some other shit. And now you think that's freestyling by combining these songs so you can flow as long as the instrumental will go. That's not a freestyle. A freestyle is when you can say, my microphone is red, I'm going to put 2 in your head, and keep on going with it. It's a ridiculous verse, I know, but that's why I'm not a rapper. And keep on going for 3 minutes until they tell you to stop. That's a freestyle. So this generation got rap music all the way toe up. They got guys on the radio with pure, some of them looking on their cell phone with the lyrics as they rapping it. And they said he's about to freestyle. That ain't no damn freestyle. Stop fronting. How the hell you gonna be sitting there reading your lyrics? They might be hot. They might be John Blaze hot, but it's not a freestyle. Stop. Stop. Jeez. Back in the day, I heard a whole lot of whack-ass freestyling, but at least it was freestyling. I heard a whole lot. Hey, DJ, and that was me. Put that one record on, man, so my boy can flow. And I mean, I heard some crazy rap. I mean, it was bro, stick with school. Do something different. Go work somewhere. Get a paper route. Go do something. Rapping is not for you. What's good with everybody? Let me say what's happening to some people. We're going to keep this one easy today. Guess what we're going to do today? Guess what we're going to do today? I'm going to do something a little bit different. I am going to put the link on the screen. Let me see if I can do that now. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put the link on the screen. If you want to join us today, feel free to do so. Tomorrow going to be tough for me. Tomorrow going to be tough for me to be here. Let me tell you why. I'm going to see Black Panther with my family. It comes out tomorrow. We got 3:30 tickets, 3:30, we bought these advance. Do you know how much it costs to go to the show these days? God damn. Excuse my language. Did I say that on the air? But damn. I bought 3 tickets. 3 tickets for tomorrow at 3:30. The shit was $50. $50. Do you know back in the day, I could go into the show and I could sit in that motherfucker all day on Sunday for $1. I can watch every Bruce Lee movie, Jim Kelly, Bobo. I can watch karate movies from in the morning all the way up to about 8 o'clock at night. All day at the Regal. We sit in the Regal. We get that show open at 11. And we thought it was a move. We thought it was the Regal in the state. We thought it was a big move if we could sneak in. It was only $1. But that $1 got us a bag of hot fries. Y'all, I ain't talking about hot fries Fritos. I'm talking about Fish Bar hot fries. God damn, they was good. Who remember that? We're gonna talk about some other things. Who remember the hot fries at the Fish Bar over by the State Theater? They put them in the brown paper bag, and the grease come through the bag, but you spray as much ketchup and hot sauce inside the bag. You close the bag, and it always had that little flimsy ass white, fork. But you put the salt, ketchup, and the hot sauce and the mustard in the bag, and you shake that shit up. And I had a hot bag of fries with the movie theater of being the state. And I mean, I was in heaven. I was in heaven. Who remember that? Who remember the state movie theater down the way? And then if you couldn't make it to the state, we all know about the Regal. And we remember the Regal is known. I don't even remember the last movie that I ever seen at the Regal. I don't even remember. But the one thing I do remember, y'all gonna say it all at the same time. We all gonna say it at the same time. What does the Regal have that we could eat right now today? Them hot dogs. Them Regal hot dogs was the bomb. I'm making a few of y'all hungry right now. If you from the suburbs and couldn't get down to the hood every once in a while, sorry about your luck. But we had a whole lot other than just Regal hot dogs that was good in the hood. But the Regal hot dogs defined the hood for us. I don't even remember how much they were. Anybody know? Anybody remember? Don't matter. It don't matter. But the Regal hot dogs was the bomb, and their red pop. I guess, I don't know. I think it was Barks. My God. My God. I miss those days. I miss those days. But yeah, on a Sunday, me and my friends, my crew, we would all go down to the state, and it cost $1. Now, my partner Tico, y'all know Tico Jordan. We sandboxers. Like, I think we was born the same week or some old shit. Like, I don't ever remember not knowing him. You ever know somebody that long where you don't even remember where you met a motherfucker because y'all just been together since forever and a day? Tico Jordan is my guy. Tico Jordan, that's my guy. We family. We like that fake cousin shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I got a few other brothers like that. We've known each other longer than we can remember. Like, I don't remember how I met you. So that means we was born in the same cribs. You get it? Like, we was raised in cribs together. Actual baby cribs. We all know somebody like that. Those are my heart brothers. No matter what we go through or been through as children, we all grow up to be that brother, all right, with each other. But we would always go down to the state. Now, Tico had an advantage. He had a family friend that worked the dough. Remember Grady? Y'all remember Big Grady used to work the dough, where Tico used to be able to get us in for free at the state. So we'd sit in that state all day, the State Theater all day. Get there at 11 o'clock. Bruce Lee, we done seen every Bruce Lee movie that he done made 20 times. We would watch it 3 or 4 times in one day. The rotation was always a Bruce Lee movie, and then some other Jim Kelly ass movie, and then Bobo or some shit, whatever it was. We didn't watch regular movies. Then we come out of the movie theaters kicking and shoving and shit, talking about, I'm a red belt, I'm a green belt, I'm a yellow belt, and we get to fighting and shit. Boy, I miss them days. I miss those days. Those was the days where friends were true friends. Buddies were real family to you, because we were all going through the same shit, and nobody knew we were poor. Nobody knew. Nobody cared that we were poor. We didn't know. The only thing we might make fun of is when somebody Converse had a skid on them, a little cuff on them or some shit, like, oh, your Converse got dirty. Oh, you dirty. Some goofy shit. Other than that, we were brothers, and we were dirt brothers, because we were all dirty. We were all, we just had love, just natural human love for one another. We didn't try to outdo each other. We were just all in the same bucket, doing the same shit. Beautiful time of life. Beautiful time of life. I wish I could go back sometime. But I miss them damn hot dogs. That's the only reason why I would want to go back, is to get me a Regal hot dog or a fish bar fries. That all being said, what's good with everybody? Like I said, tomorrow I may not be here. I got a 3:30 date with my family. My daughter, she begged me, absolutely begged me. I'm not big on superhero movies and shit anymore, okay? I had my time. I read those books back in the day, Spider-Man's and all that. But how could you not go see Black Panther? How could you not go see it? What is it? Wakanda Forever? Wakanda Forever? Yeah, I'm going to see it tomorrow. 3:30. But here's my point. $50 for 3 tickets? What? See, this is why they don't get no money. This is why you get a fire stick for them doing this dumb shit right here. Who the hell gonna pay 50? Well, I paid $50, but damn, $50 for 3 tickets to get into the movie theater. This better be a bomb-ass movie. She's like, Daddy, it's 3 hours long. It better be 3 hours good for $50. It better be 3 hours good. Yeah. It should come with it should come with everything I just mentioned. For $50, I should get the movie, a bag of fries, a Regal hot dog, and a red pop. I should get all that for $50 for 3 tickets. And I don't want to see, I don't want no disturbance for my $50. I want to hear what every actor say on every line. Don't y'all hate going to the movie theaters or going anywhere? I can't even stand being at home in my own theater and my people be talking and shit during a movie, especially if it's one I'm watching for the first time. Seems like somebody always want to say something to me right when the actor or actress about to say something that's relevant, that's real good. Then you, what? I'm just saying that happens to me a lot. I don't know if I'm the only one. Maybe I'm just picky and petty, but don't talk to me when the movie is on. And I'm going to be that way tomorrow for $50. Don't say shit to me, y'all. I'm watching this movie and I'm going to watch and hear every word. I paid $50 to get in this joint. 3 tickets. Hey, let me shout out a couple people before I get going. Today is Black Russia's birthday. Give it up for Black Russia. I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know if the brother is on today or not, but today is his birthday. Shout out to Black Russia. Happy birthday to you, brother, and wish you many, many more. Also, Sean D. Nutter, another listener. I don't know if he's watching today. Today's these brothers' birthday, so they might be doing some different shit. But happy birthday to Sean D. Nutter as well. Black Russia and Sean D., happy birthday to you guys. If you're here, shout out to you. Much love. And if you watch the rerun of this or tune in later, that's cool too. Peace and love to you from the Wyatt Live family and to me direct. None but love to you, brothers. Have a great evening and a good day. All right. All right. So I don't know. I got a quick question for some people. Let me say what's up to some folks. I know I should have said what's up. Let me just go up here and run it down. David Herring is in the building. Miss Pittsburgh is in the building. Anthony Prosser, AP, is in the building. Angela Kinney is in the building. Linda Matthews, Jason Dockery. What's good with y'all? Stephen Speed, Rome is in the building. Jason Dockery, I said you. Crystal Wheelwright, what's good, Sandbox? Cleopatra Jones, what's up, Queen? Angela Kinney, I said you. Brenda Early is in the building. What's good, Stephanie Hyde is in the building. Sabrina Calloway is in the building. Let's see who else. Come on. Facebook user, I think that's Althea Williams, is in the building. Somebody said I sound like Ray J. I already seen that. So y'all know how far back I just went in the comments. Troy, what's good? Douglas Maples, what's good with you? Been about that check. What's happening with you, bro? Let's see. Tough Love, what's happening with you, partner? McConnell, what's happening? I'm sorry. Matricia? Oh, shit. This is a new one. Shit. I can't say this one. I'm sorry. Matricia Mommy. How about that? I'm going to call you I'm going to call you M Mommy. M Mommy. Let's see. David Herring, I said what's up to you as well. Shauna Wright Hill, what's up, Shauna? Shauna Wright Hill, what's good? Oh, I'm horrible with names. Gary Stafford, what's good, brother? Let's see here. Some of these people, I didn't went back so far that they probably ain't here no more. Christy Wingert, what's good? Haven't seen you in a while. Haven't seen you in a while. Terry Anderson, what's good? Crystal Hawkins, what's good? Buddy Isaac Hayes. Woo! Is that the Isaac Hayes? Show you right. No, that was Barry White that said that shit, wasn't it? Show you right. They ain't got them type of dudes no more either. Let's see, Terry Anderson. I think I said your name. I think Joe Whittle. What's good? Let me see. I think I'm getting to the end. Sorry, my screen is moving, so I can't really see it all. Sheila Davis, what's happening? Tracy Dillingham, what's good? Let's see here. Who else we got? Sean D. Nutter, what's good? He said, thanks for the shout out. Yes, happy birthday to you, brother. David Herring, what's good with you? Like and share. Thank you. Sheila Davis, what's happening? Let's see. Jared, what's happening over on YouTube? Let's see. I think we're caught up for a minute. Listen, let me try to put this thing on the let me put the link. Let me see if I can put the link in the let me see if I can copy that and put it over here for everybody. If you want to join us today, feel free to join us today. I just put the link up. Make sure your internet connection is right. Don't come on here on no fuzzy shit. Don't come over here talking and being all jumping. And Brenda Harris, what's good with you? Don't do that. So the link is in the screen. It says host. If you have something to say or want to bring some comment to the content, feel free to jump in and let's have a conversation. David Herring, what's good with you, brother? So listen, I got a question. Somebody sent me a post today, or actually not a post, a message saying that Gamble Montessori was on lockdown. Is that true? Did anybody else see that shit? Is it true? First, before I get to giving my opinions, is it true that Gamble Montessori? I went to Gamble. It wasn't Montessori when I went there. Tracy Dillingham said, "What movie is $50?" My daughter, my daughter, and my wife are going to see Black Panther tomorrow at 3:30, and we ordered the tickets online. You had to buy the tickets in advance, and they only had limited seats left. So my daughter was like, "Here, Daddy, we got these 3 seats right here. You can show it on the screen." And I was like, "Okay, no problem. We can book that. Do they have a matinee, like a 12 o'clock or something?" She said, "No, we got this one. It's 3:30. I don't know if that's the first one, but I said, get us in the earliest one. 3:30 happens to be the earliest one we could get. And we're going to the movie theater, and it was in the computer, and when the total came out, they had like a service fee of $7. I'm like, wouldn't they start? So you gotta now pay a service fee to buy your tickets at the movie theater. See, they asking for a motherfucker to fire stick their ass. See, I don't have to go. I'm being nice. I see the shit like in another day or two on the fire stick. That's just me. But I'm like, okay, my daughter is getting accepted in all these colleges. We having this fun. It's that time of year. We breaking into the Thanksgiving. It's family oriented. It's this, it's that. My daughter want to go. It's great family time. We getting into the spirit of the holidays. My other daughter, thank God she didn't come down from Ohio State, because that means my bill would have probably been more like $65, close to $70. And hey, shit getting crazy out here. You can barely get groceries for $70. You can barely get enough to eat for about 3 days for $70. Somebody tell me that I'm lying. Go to Kroger's. Go to Kroger's and get 4. I got 4 bags, 4 little plastic raggedy ass bags of groceries for $70. And had to go back a few days later because I was out. Groceries are fucking, hey, they knocking shit out the box. They fucking everybody budget up. I'm just saying. Y'all gonna have me on here doing some shit like, who got them stamps? Rick Owens, what's good? Y'all know what that word mean. Shit. What? Don't think that I'm too good. I get in line with the rest of them. Shit. Yeah, I get in line with all of them. Shit, I'll pull up. I go in Kroger's, hell yeah, with what they call it, with a shit. $300 worth, shit, fill the cart up, baby. Shit, I got these for $1. We got $300 worth of shit for $1. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hell yeah, fill that shit up. I get in the line, stand there proudly with the cards I had a card. Yes, you damn Skippy. Charge that shit. Put that shit on there. Put that shit on that card right there. And wouldn't even care. Wouldn't blink an eye. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was a little embarrassed to take food stamps to the store. Christy Ringer said, you ain't never bought no stamps. Yeah, because fucking groceries ain't never been $300. Groceries ain't never, listen, what I'm getting in 3 or 4 bags at the grocery store right now for $70 all day long is a $30 play. That's a $30. I got $30 worth of shit right here that I just paid $72.82 for. Now, am I the only one? They take it, they see me coming. They see me coming. No, Chrissy, okay. You can tell who from the suburbs and who from the street. She said, not $300 for $1. Laugh out loud. Okay, Chris, let me tell you, $1 is $100. Just sit over there, don't say shit. Just sit back and absorb. We'll catch it. You'll catch it. But I ain't mad. I was talking to a friend of mine today. If he listening, he'll call in. Nah, I ain't know. You ain't. If you was from Lynn and Court. Now, what is Lynn and Court? Lynn and Court Street? Don't do that. Don't do me like that. Anyway, I was talking to a buddy of mine today, man, and we was talking about family members. This is a quick one. It's off topic, but it's on topic. All right. We were talking about family members, man. And we was like, she said Lincoln Court. Okay. All right. Then you know what a damn dollar is when I'm using it for a real low number. You know $1 is $100. Can't get no $300 worth of groceries for no dollar, but you can get $300 worth of groceries for $100. Want me to tell you how? Just sit back, listen, and learn. Anyway, talking to a partner of mine today, and we was talking about family members. And we were like, we all got this family member that's screwed up, that's effed up. We all got somebody, no matter who, if it's a close, your brother, your sister, your father, your mom, somebody always got somebody in their family that go to jail, just can't get right. And, you know, we all say that all the time. But we also, this is what I brought up to my family member, to my friend today. I said, we all got a family member, though, that's a sedity motherfucker, don't we? We all got one that come to the cookout. No matter where you grew up, you could be, like for us, it was like we were in the hood, but yet we would go out to Evanston to go over my aunt's house to barbecue on the 4th of July. I got to be careful what I say here because I got some family that's watching and I don't want to offend none of them. But us downtown family members might show up at the Evanston crib. Evanston people was cool. We always, because they probably about 5 or 6 years removed from the hood, they damn self. So they can't be sedity. But you got this one family member in every group that's from somewhere else, that's out in the suburbs of the city. And they always come in on some sedity shit. That's the one that always show up at the cookout. That's the one who all your cousins and all your family members be like, she thinks she better than everybody. Am I the only one that got that family member? Or don't we all have somebody in our family? You see, we always like to talk about the hood one. We always like to talk about the one that's all fucked up and stay in jail. But I'm trying to expose the ones that come to the cookouts thinking that they better than everybody, when in fact, they only one generation away from the hood, them damn selves. And we got to talking about that. Friend and I, we get to talking about that today. And it was crazy as hell because this is a small world. This is a really, really, really small world. And some of the things that we do are very comparable. And it's just crazy. Hold on 1 second. Oh man, I just hit the phone and it just hit off. Caller, please call back. My apologies. My phone is acting up and I hit the button to answer and it snapped you and canceled you. So my apologies. Feel free to call back. Matter of fact, I'm going to put the link in the screen. Now, listen, you can come in, okay, on the show. I'll put you up in the corner or something. You don't necessarily have to be on the screen. You could just come in on a blank screen and do your talking if you want to. We're gonna try something. I told you I'm trying to do this new thing, and I want to experiment with it a little bit. Let me take this caller because the caller's been holding for a long time. Good evening, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
What's going on? Why this key? I'm like, oh my goodness,
Oh,
he's going on.
Key, I'm sorry about that. To be
No,
honest with
you
you,
fine because I was listening or whatever to what you were saying or whatever. So I was
my
holding
fault.
on. So you
My
fine.
fault. My fault.
No, you
The
fine.
phone was on the charger.
Look, I actually was trying to call and get it in before you get long winded, but hey, I
Good,
guess you just said I got to go.
I'm sorry about that, Key. What's good
No,
with you?
you
What's
fine.
on your mind today?
No, and I was gonna say like you talking about the showcase and the tickets. Well, you better hope that nobody want nothing from the concession stand because that's gonna be $200.
Nah, that ain't gonna never happen. You right. But see, I can't put all my little ratchet shit on the air. I didn't talk about the damn stamps that I possibly might be buying. I can't tell you how I'm about to be walking in the movie theater. I'm about to walk in that
You know
motherfucker.
how we used to do. How we used to do it at Barn Hill. We had the ladies that had a purse and
Yeah,
had some
yeah,
Taco Bell or some
yeah.
McDonald's or something in
Taco
their
Bell.
purse and the canned pops in their purse.
Taco
And
Bell?
I'm saying that as long as nobody check the purses, we okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's true there. That's real. That's true. But I'm gonna walk in there. The only way they gonna make some more money off of me is if they charge me to go to the bathroom. I ain't buying nothing. I'm coming in there with my
have
drinks.
you have to put a quarter in there in order to get in the stall.
Shit,
Like
I
how
remember
they
them
do it, the
days.
quarter on the grocery cart, they probably do that at the stall.
Yeah,
They
bro.
probably
I'm
start
going in
doing
that
that.
motherfucker with a trench coat on, a fur or something with flip flops. I'm going in there. I'm gonna be able to stuff everything and anything, you know. So,
Yeah,
but
that's
yeah, it is
crazy.
expensive. It is.
Oh
It
yeah,
is.
oh yeah. Especially like I said, that concession stand because I think like the drinks is like it's probably gonna be like $10 to $20 just for a drink. I think,
Yeah.
and that's there might be more than that because I can't tell you last time I went to the show either because last time I went it was expensive. So I can't even tell you. But I was calling real quick to say that I appreciate your show yesterday. You were and your feelings toward the end of the show. You was getting letting some stuff out and stuff and was being real vulnerable. I was like, look at Wyatt. I was like, he and his feelings, he gotta let this stuff out or whatever. So remember how I was telling you, like, just keep going and keep at it because you helping people you just don't know, and also you don't realize you helping yourself at the same time by getting a lot of this stuff out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate that,
So
Key.
so
I
yeah,
appreciate it.
so I was gonna call you yesterday, but I was like, sure, the way he talking, sure, he made me about to cry
Well,
or
I
whatever.
wasn't.
When we
That
talking
wasn't
about
my intent.
loving somebody that don't love you or whatever, it was just like,
Yeah.
oh my god. So
Yeah.
I was like, goodness gracious,
Yeah.
because I can relate to a lot of stuff you be saying or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, oh Lord, I wish some of the stuff that you say or whatever on your show is like, I wish like 18 to 19 years ago, I wish I had this channel or just these different outlets to
Yeah.
hear different people's point of views or whatever. Just
Yeah.
to hear stuff like that goes on that encourages people to do better, be better, and be in better situations and good situations. And so yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all I was gonna say.
I appreciate you, Key. I appreciate
Okay, so
you.
I appreciate you. You enjoy the rest of your evening, and y'all have fun tomorrow.
I'm gonna
And
give it a
just
shot.
talk to you when you can get back on. So
Thanks, my
everybody like,
ocean.
subscribe, thumbs up the live. Thanks everybody for the comments, Facebook, YouTube, Tracy Dillingham, Angela Kenny, and Brent Beard. Just shouting y'all out because y'all always say positive stuff when I call in.
All
So
right.
thanks a lot. Talk to you later.
Thank you, Key.
All right.
God, that is my ocean. Y'all gonna think I'm weirdo. Y'all gonna really think I'm a weirdo, but some people just rub me special. And I keep saying this and I keep doing it, but I think people who do me well and mean well for me, I have to give them their roses and say what I have to say about them. And Key is she is my ocean. She frees me. Y'all don't get it. You had to see another show to understand what I'm talking about. But God, Key, why'd you bring that up? I wasn't even trying to be there. But anyway, thank you for the love and support. She doesn't only love and support me, she does it for E-Man Show and probably a lot of other things on radio and all that. She seems to be a regular listener of other programs, and she always supports. Tell you, with people like that in your life, you could never fail. She seems to be the type of, I tell you what, I needed someone like that in my life as a friend when I was going through my tough times, because she seems to be the type of person that will always pick somebody up. I know she has rough times in life because she said it, but for some odd reason, I get this I get this perception of Key that she would always pick you up if you were having a bad day. Those are the type of people we need to seek out. It's one thing to have a friend, and y'all women, y'all on, this is the difference between how men have friends and women have friends. And I know I'm about to get a whole lot of this shit. How you know, Wyatt? I'm about to tell you how I know. The difference in men's friends is this. We're not vulnerable to our friends. We say some shit to our buddies. We only want one response from our friend. Man, fuck that shit. Let's go do such and such. That's it. And we feel better. We just need somebody to be like, man, fuck this shit. How did I get a call from Ukraine? Oh, shit. But anyway, that's all we need. Ladies, y'all need to sit down and have y'all problems with another woman and have this conversation. Y'all want to, and your friend ain't really shit because she really soaking it all in. Because she want that misery shit too to make sure so she knows she ain't all by herself in her misery. Guys, we just different. We just different. Like, hey man, shit, like we'll leave the house and be mad than a motherfucker, right? Then got into it with the lady or the girl and all that old shit. And we just need somebody to talk to for about 30 seconds. And this is the thing, the man's friend say shit like this, like, what's wrong, bro? And we'll say some shit. Oh man, me and old girl getting into it. You ain't got to tell him shit else. Oh, for real? Oh shit, I know your night fucked up. Come on, let's just go. Let's just go do such and such. And it's over. We ain't even got to talk about shit. He already know what the fuck you going through. Men, y'all got me tonight, right? Am I lying? Am I lying? You already know what your boy going through. We ain't tripping. We don't want to have a conversation about what you and your girl going through. We already know. So we just be like, oh yeah, for real? Damn. Okay, damn, for real? Okay. Yeah, all right. Man, let's go to the ball. Let's go do this. Let's go to the game. Let's go let's go to the casino. That's how we take shit off each other's mind. By just going to do some shit. Ladies, y'all want to go get your wine, sit in front of the fireplace, burn some shit up, and get to talking to one another about how people ain't no good. And talk that shit all day and night. And then when your friend, if she happened to come to your house and have that conversation, when her ass leave and go home, she call you. You all right, girl? And then y'all talk for another hour about the same shit you've been talking about. Ladies will not agree with me, but they know I'm telling the truth. Guys don't do that shit. When we drop ourselves off, or when we get, all right, everybody go their separate ways, when the night is over, we don't check in. Nigga, did you make it home on time? You good? Did you make it home? She still tripping? No, we don't do that. We look at each other and be like, yeah, it's been a cool 2 hours. Now, we ain't saying it. We just looking at each other. We got this thing. We looking at each other. Yeah, you got to go home. All right, man, be cool. Be easy. Don't let that shit worry you, bro. That's as much as you going to get. That's as much as you going to get. Let's go to the phone lines real fast. Let me talk to someone. Good evening, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
20 minutes listening to you spill out your guts.
What's good with you? This Doug?
Yeah, man.
What's good with you, Doug? What's happening?
Hey, man, I told you I need to get with you, man.
Okay. Well, let's get at it. Well, you can't talk to me on the phone right here, can you? Or can you?
But we started. We came over the name called 12 Shots. No, 12 rounds. The crew, they down at the neighborhood house now, interviewing Aaron Pryor Jr. and P-Man.
Okay.
And my crew wants to talk to you.
All right, we can make that happen.
Thanks.
We got to set up a date and time and all that. They want me to come to them, or they want to come to the office, or what they want to do.
Yeah, we coming to the office.
Okay.
I know where the office at. We coming to the office.
All right, let's make it happen. Now you're gonna have to wait a couple days when I get back.
Yeah, I know you ain't here. I know.
I'll text you as soon as I get when I get back, or on my way back, I'll text you and say, hey, let's set it up. Let's get the conversation going.
Yeah, I know the deal. Remember, I used to carry your record.
Yeah, we saying we go back. We go way back. But yeah, we can make that happen. We talking boxing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. No problem at all. We'll make it happen, B. Hey, man, I keep getting this phone call from Ukraine. Who the hell is that? And then somebody put it on this thing, says it's me. Gorilla Company say it's me. I don't know, bro. I ain't y'all at war right now over in Ukraine. I ain't trying to have my phone feds and all type of shit on my phone line, man. Y'all at war over there.
Shit.
The fuck?
Oh shit. Not Ukraine.
Yeah, the number is a Ukraine number, bro. He got to be playing. I know I ain't no soldiers over in Ukraine watching Wyatt live. I know that's some bullshit.
It might be.
I might take the phone call. If he call back, I'll take it. Watch it be some bullshit. What you bet? What you bet? Anyway, we will. All right, Doug. Hey, man, I'm gonna text you when I'm on my way back, and we'll link up and make that happen. Okay.
All
right, fam. Talk to you, bro.
All
right. The link is in the screen if you want to join the screen. Come holler at me. So listen, I asked a question. Did anybody hear anything about Gamble Montessori going on lockdown today? Or was that some bullshit? Because somebody sent me a post. And they said, like, my daughter's daughter, which would be their granddaughter, go to the school, and they sent me a picture of a kid that made I don't know if it was a kid or if it was some prank shit, but they basically were saying, I'm tired of everybody here. And there was a picture of a gun on a desk or something. And they said, I'm coming up there to make some shit happen. Now, I don't want to spread no rumors or nothing. I'm not saying it actually happened. It's just I'm out of town and I ain't been able to watch the news or nothing. I'm just asking, is that going on in the Natty right now? Is that what's going on in Cincinnati? Can somebody help me out? I'm just curious. Anybody? I'm the only. So somebody just sent the shit to me and just was lying to me. Oh man, y'all better hope. Okay. I guess. All right. Somebody put it in the screen. At least somebody say, nah, bro, I ain't heard no shit like that. Just don't let me be talking to myself about it. Nobody heard that? Thank God I didn't copy it. Thank goodness I didn't put the shit in the screen like, like it was some truth to it. Let me see something. I haven't heard anything on that one, bro. Okay, thank you, AP. I'm glad you and I are having this conversation right now. All right, so listen. I'm going to see Black Panther tomorrow. Anybody else going to see that? I was thinking. E-Man was talking about Kyrie Irving earlier. And that's still on my mind, heavy. Because things are starting to develop a little bit more now. If y'all don't know who Swatter incident at Schroeder and Gamble. Swatter incident at Schroeder and Gamble. SWAT situation, is that what that is? So maybe there is some truth to it. This is Kyrie Irving right here. Point guard for the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know if he's still the point guard, but we've been having conversation about this brother for a few days now. And I just wanted to put his picture up. And then I want to let y'all know that I end up seeing a clip that has Jason Williams, former Duke guard and NBA point guard, a millionaire. He is an ESPN college basketball analyst. Him, who else was it? It was Jason Williams, Stephen A. Smith, and there is another guy. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Who is it? Because I put it in the messenger group today. Stephen A. Smith, Jason Williams, and Shannon Sharp, I believe it is. They all came, all three millionaires, all brothers who are influential on social media and in the media, came out and said that the fine and the penalty and the things that they want Kyrie to go through because of what he posted, not words, but the tweet that he put out, the penalty that he's going through, they're saying that it's excessive. And that's what I've been saying from the beginning. And now more people are coming up. Now, I went on my rant on Saturday night on my live or on my page. If you didn't see it on Facebook, go check it out. I went live from home and I just went crazy with it because I said the problem with rich black men speaking out is that they never have backup because the rest of the rich black men ain't got the balls to step up and defend somebody. If you ain't got the balls to be the first one to say it, at least have one ball and back the person who set it up. At least you won't get hit as hard as the dude that actually initiated the conversation or who started the shit. But at least have some balls to step up and say, hey, I agree. This is right, especially when you know they're right. But anyway, that's Kyrie Irving right there. And here's what they have a problem with, and this is what I have a problem with as well. This is a list of the shit he has to do from his suspension in order to get back into the NBA. Now, I didn't want to put this out a couple days ago because I wasn't quite sure if it was true or not. But now there's reliable sources that are saying that that Kyrie has certain standards and certain things that he has to do, in order to get right with in the NBA, get back on the team. And I'm going to talk about the guys who I heard on TV calling him an idiot and all that, which would be Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal. And I'm going to tell you why I have a problem with both of those guys, especially Shaquille O'Neal and Barkley, to be honest with you. Let me see. I got this one thing from Barkley that I've been meaning to post for a long time, and now I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it up. I'm downloading the picture now that I have of him, and I want y'all to see it. And I've been holding it back. But anyway, let's talk about real fast some of the things that Kyrie has to do in order to get back into the NBA. And this is what I have a problem with. Hold on, I'm getting that Barkley picture as well. Some of y'all are going to be like, what the hell? What was Barkley doing? And there it is right there. All right. So some of the things that he has to do right now, and I'm hearing that some of the things are being retracted, but I don't care. They initially brought it up. They initially said he had to do it. And this is when they were in their feelings. And this is what I got a fucking problem with. Says Nets has delivered Kyrie Irving 6 items he must complete to return to the team. Now, this is the Nets. The team that he played for. So he has to apologize, condemn the movie. He has to apologize and condemn the movie. Even if he don't want to condemn it, but he has to do that. Even if he don't have anything to be sorry for, he has to say, I'm sorry. He has to pay $500,000. They want him to donate $500,000 to the anti-hate causes. Then they want him to go to a sensitivity training and an anti-Semitic training. They want him to meet with the ADL, the Jewish leaders. And then they want him to meet with Joe Tassi to demonstrate understanding. Listen. All right. Y'all know I don't do the fake ass. I don't do all that old fake ass lynching black men shit and all that. I don't do the fake ones. But when I see a real one, I call it out. When I see a real one, I will call it out. And this right here, y'all don't really want me to be that brother. Y'all don't really want me to be that guy with my platform to start talking about this bullshit like this. You don't want me to be that guy. Don't turn me into brother Aboob Wyatt. Do that. Because I got enough information in my arsenal that would really, really turn this whole thing, I would lose probably half the people that watch me. Because they'll be like, damn, Wyatt, you just way too technical. You way too much of a technicality, bro. You just too technical for me. I didn't come here to get a preaching sermon. But the simple fact that they got this brother, this is not him being auctioned. This is not him being displayed as a talent and a multi-millionaire of talent. And, you know, we're going to exploit him for his ability to play ball and pay him a few million or 40 million, whatever. Make money off his endorsements or whatever, because regardless if y'all know it or not, the only person that can pay you $40 million in a contract is somebody that's making $200 million off of you, $300 million off of you. Nobody's getting 50-50 of what they earn. Like if you earned the nets $500 million, you're not getting $250 million. If you earn them for doing what you do, $500 million for that season for jersey sales and all this old stuff, whatever they do, people to come see you buy tickets, you getting a portion, a percentage of your value, your overall worth. That's what it is. And I know it. Don't, you know, so what? You're a $40 million slave. I shouldn't say it that way. But we all slaves to the rhythm. We all work for our money. But what makes the slave thing happen in the mentality of the slave is you not being able to be you. So let's just face it. We all slaves. White people slaves, black people slaves. But here's the difference. What makes you a slave is when you are being slaved by the engine. When you can't be you, when you can't do what you want to do, when you away from the game, away from your job, when you can't be you. And for Charles Barkley to call this man an idiot fucked me all the way up. Because Charles Barkley was one of those dudes that he fought the system coming up. Remember Charles Barkley from my old heads? Remember Charles Barkley was the dude that would say shit like, he was the proud black man that you ain't gonna do this shit to me. What, you treat me like this? Y'all know how he talk. You treat me like this because I'm black? No, man, you ain't gonna do me like this. And I'm not trying to be a fucking asshole here, guys. Y'all know I ain't got a racist bone in my body. But it always be them pro-black motherfuckers that end up marrying a white woman. Charles Barkley, one of them. Throw me all the way off. It throws me completely fucking off when I hear him talking that shit. Oh, brah, he threw a dude out the window before because he was being disrespected in a restaurant back in the day. Charles Barkley. Now, let me put this picture up. Let me show you how Charles Barkley used to be when I called him Sir Charles, when he was the man. Charles Barkley's sellout ass used to be the type of guy that'll tell everybody, I'm not a role model. Don't call me one. Now he's telling Kyrie, you can't do what you do because you're a role model. Charles Barkley is the only NBA player I've ever seen. This is where I got disgusted with Charles Barkley because he exploited us for the dollar. And I'm going to show you this picture. Who remember this? What is this motherfucker? What is he doing? What is he doing? Who remember that? I know what y'all thinking. Like, oh, he's trying to show that he's free. He's not doing it like I'm doing it. I got these on because I'm free to say and do what I want to do. He's not. He's not. He inspired me to put the chains on because I challenge him. He got way more millions than the average guy, especially me. But I can do more than Charles Barkley can do because he can eat at nice restaurants and he's well known. That make him freer than me. Charles Barkley can't say half the shit that I can say. I can say whatever I want to say on this wave right now. Now, I could probably be put in Facebook jail. I don't know. I don't want to test the water. Let's just say that. I don't really want to do something ridiculous on purpose, like do something just because. I'm not built like that. But Charles Barkley, the same one. Trust me, these chains I'm wearing around my neck right now, that picture there is disgusting to me, but it inspired me to show real freedom. That's why I wear this shirt. Red, white, and blue. Because I try to be as independent as I possibly can. Y'all missed it. I said red, Wyatt, and blue. Not white. Red, Wyatt, and blue. Charles Barkley used to talk all that pro-black shit back in the day. He was the angry black man. And y'all gonna pay me my money. Y'all gonna do what I'm on. And now he can't even support Kyrie. He go to the point of even calling him an idiot. Not only him, let's get on Shaq. Now, y'all know I'm going to the movie theaters tomorrow. Well, Wyatt, what the hell the movie theater got to do with what we talking about? Well, I'm going to the movie theaters tomorrow to see Black Panther. I'm going to support the movie, but talking and thinking about movie theaters, it just brought up something to me. I remember a little while ago, I remember when I used to think Shaquille O'Neal was the best businessman, not in the world, but he was the best businessman coming out of the NBA of my era. Nobody did it like him. And I'm telling you, the man has massive endorsements from jet printers to pizza to insurance to guess what else? Movie theaters. He lightweight on some Magic Johnson shit right now. He owns movie theaters. Then I find out the same man that called Kyrie a fucking idiot, I find out this man not only owns movie theaters, but 3 years ago, this same subject, this same documentary, the same one that Kyrie posted, the same one that everybody said he ain't had no business doing that with. Guess what, y'all? Guess what? Shaquille O'Neal, his movie theater actually featured 3 years ago, featured this same documentary. I don't hear nobody talking, nobody going at his throat. So this documentary obviously isn't some new shit. It's been out for a long time. Matter of fact, like I said, it was shown at Shaquille O'Neal's movie theater that he owns. Huh? Did he get any blowback for that? So social media didn't exist 3 years ago. So now they're going to pick and choose who they go after for the same shit. So somebody's playing ball and then somebody's not. Somebody's paid to tell another motherfucker that look like him he's an idiot and to keep things square. And we don't want no troubles. Y'all go get y'all man. This is what's being told. Y'all go get y'all man and man. Y'all, listen. Tell them motherfuckers we don't want no trouble. Now y'all go check Kyrie. Tell him how wrong he was. But Shaq, how you gonna get back? Shaq made more money on the documentary than Kyrie did. Who want to challenge that? Shaq actually made money off the documentary. If you showing it in your movie theater, hell, I'm paying $50 for 3 tickets tomorrow to go to the movie theater. How much profit do they make at the movie theater off my hot ass $50? Shaq's movie theater made money off of that documentary. Where is the outroar? And then Shaq, you shouldn't even say nothing that night. Or you doing what you do. And I hate to say this, brother, because I love me some Shaquille O'Neal. I love me some Charles Barkley, but sometimes it takes moments like this to show people who people really are. I love other people. I respect other people's opinions about things, but I don't respect nobody that'll sit back and tell another brother, shut up and dribble when it comes down to some issues of him feeling like, hey, I can say what I want to say. I can promote what I want to promote. Now, let's be honest. This ain't the first time Shaquille O'Neal been in some bullshit and ain't been called out on it. See, we got to stop supporting these millionaires that don't support us back. And what I mean by that is this. Papa John's, Shaquille O'Neal owned franchises of Papa John's, but ain't nobody saying nothing about him. He should distance himself or he should disassociate himself with Papa John's. Go to Domino's. Damn, dude. The Papa John dude obviously is a racist dude. So they didn't took his name down off the stadium. They didn't took him out of Louisville, period. The school don't want his name on the building and all that old shit. So what do? Y'all gonna excuse me. I'm gonna say it the way I interpret the move that they made. So you forgive me for saying what I'm about to say. Forgive me, and I mean this sincerely. Papa John organization go get the biggest name and the biggest Negro that they possibly can find. 350 pounds, 7'2" of the biggest Negro you can find to put us back on chart of diversity and equity. And Shaquille go ahead and buy into the deal. Nobody's saying shit about that. We as a community should be outraged about that. But you know why we're not outraged? Same reason why I never said anything. I said, hey, if he's opening up these franchises and he's getting these opportunities, maybe he will, share some of that opportunity to people that look like him. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. If you're a franchise owner, you can buy franchises and you can sell those franchises. How many people do you think of color own Papa John franchises? Somebody look it up. If I'm a brother that got an opportunity to buy McDonald's franchises, knowing how difficult they are to get, but I'm going to be part of a program that allows minorities to own something, don't you think I can't just get in it for myself. I got to get in it for the collectively for all of us. I'm just built like that. I don't believe in getting in something and just doing it on my own and doing it myself. There ain't a brother or I can't say a sister because I don't know a lot of sisters in the city of Cincinnati up there that has podcasts. But every brother that I know that has a podcast, I've reached out to and wanted to work with them at one point or another. And I ain't talking about them young dudes that do the podcast. I'm talking about podcasts that you and we listen to. I've reached out. They ain't never called me or had to call me. I always made the initial move. I always set out to see, well, what can we do together to expand what we can all be doing? I made them calls. Hey, I do fine with Wyatt Live. We started with 4. Now we got a few more. I don't need those people, but I do need those people. Because those people make us complete. People that do what you do and have the same passion, even have it, they're better than me. I have no insecurities. These guys are talk show guys. They're better than me. But I reach out. How could we do this together? I've reached out to all of them. No hidden agendas. I did it in sports. But we live in a world, and I ain't trying to get into this, but damn it, I got to get into this. I stepped in a field where I was an outsider in my own hometown. The fuck? And because I hadn't been in it 20 or 30 years, I'm an outcast in my own city. And I'm providing opportunity for motherfuckers. But the same ones that's been at it 10, 15, 20 years, they don't want to see somebody come in with 5 years experience, 2 or 3 years experience that can open some doors, learn at the same time. They would rather continue to fail and struggle than see a new motherfucker come in and make shit better for not just himself, but for them. Create opportunity. Sometimes we block our own blessings. I wouldn't be saying this if I hadn't gone through it. I can't make this shit up. I got guys right now that I was trying to do some things for, don't like me because shit didn't work out the way they needed it to work out. Then you got the ones that's been failing, going back in their ear. See, I told you he wasn't shit. Told you he wasn't shit. I'm spending thousands of dollars for your advancement, not mine. Motherfucker, your advancement. The thanks I get, told you he wasn't shit. You don't even know me. I had one coach. I'm going to bring in the boxing. I had one coach tell other people, I never let nobody, I'd never let none of my kids or whatever, you know, they call their boxers kids. I never let none of my kids fight on his card. Okay, cool. You know who you are if you listening. That's cool. That's fine. So what did you do? Took your kids out of town, pro debuts, and got the fucking brakes beat off of them. You would rather fail doing it your way, trying to keep me or keep us from doing something great together. If you can't steer the car, you don't even want to be you don't even want to be on the road with us. That's what I faced. And that's why I don't fuck my money up on that shit no more. That's exactly why. I can't want it more than you want it. How many of us know somebody like that you get involved in their life, they get in your life, and y'all want to do something, but you know, you trying to better them or help them, and you end up wanting it more than they really want it. So that means what? Now you end up doing everything for the whole situation, right? We all been there. We all been there. I ain't nothing special. We all been there before. You would rather see some shit crash and burn than to see it be successful if you ain't head in charge of it. You know, we got this word that we used to use back in the day on the streets and shit, and this is real. I never thought I would say it again, but some of these motherfuckers would rather see some shit. They would rather, oh man, I gotta be careful. You know, if they can't check it, they gonna wreck it. You get it? If they can't be the head Negro in charge, or if they think that you doing something that's gonna lead them behind, they would rather just wreck the shit. That's half of the battle, is getting people to support you. Nobody can do anything on their own. And when you're looking for help, you just got to make sure, look, stop falling thinking that when you get up, the motherfucker that's there to pick you up is necessarily the right one to pick you up. That don't always happen. Sometimes the one that's there to pick you up is there to take advantage of you. But that's life. That's on everything. Everything is like that. We don't live in a perfect world. Always going to have situations where people will be there for the rebound to take advantage of you. But these are the lessons in life. This is what make us better. So when I step into the picture, you done already been burnt by some motherfuckers, so you expect me to burn you. You got to be better than that. You got to expect that there's somebody out there that'll help you and you be successful. Stop expecting people to be dirty and rotten. I'm going to tell you this right now. Personally, I never trust anybody that don't trust me. That's a cynical mind. Fellas, I'm going to tell you now, and ladies, you better listen up clearly. I'm going to tell you right now, you better listen up clearly. Fellas, if you meet a woman and she giving you a hard time and she treating you like her past guy, get the fuck up out of there. It ain't gonna never get no better. You ain't gonna never earn her trust. She's already fucked up. That don't mean she can't get right. It don't mean she can't be fixed. But if you willing to deal with her and the trauma she done dealt with, you might want to let that trauma phase off a little bit. Let a couple other crash dummies come to the party first and deal with it, and let her lose a couple good dudes, and then you come by and be the good dude. Maybe she'll understand that she finally got a good dude. But what I'm learning, yeah, I'm sorry, Shauna, and vice versa. You're right. Ladies, now I don't know, because I'm not a lady, so I can't say this, but I'm curious. Ladies, answer this for me. How many of y'all get with a dude and he's dragging in his problems with his old female? How many of us do that? Is that a thing? Because guys tend to walk away from relationships, not that we can't be hurt, but we get amnesia when it comes to certain shit. If you get an insecure guy because he got cheated on, that, you know, he don't think that the next woman gonna cheat on him like that. I mean, he just think he had a badass woman and he could just, you know, that's my opinion. Any man that think all women cheat all the time is an insecure man. That I just don't believe that in women, and I don't believe that in men is either. I don't believe it is all the time for either side. But there is a level of insecurity that comes along with people, and I'm telling you, if you're dealing with somebody's insecurities out the gate, then you caught them at the wrong time. They need to go through the channels of some other people first. That's just my opinion. I can't get with no person like a business partner and he just got screwed out of some money in this other business deal and he brings that energy into what we doing. Them ain't the type of people I deal with. And I will walk away real fast because I've been there a couple times and those lessons, they stay with me. And that goes with women as well. Like if you dating somebody and the first thing you do, you running in the problem, you can see crazy right away. Women, you can see it. Men, you can see it. Believe it. Believe that shit. When they tell you who they are, believe them. It don't mean they can't get right and fixed, but it might not be meant for you to be the fixer. Let's take a phone call real quick. Good evening, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with? Uh-oh, wait a minute, caller. My bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, I got.
Okay, what's good, AP? Sorry about that, man. The phone is acting a fool today. What's good, man?
Hey, man, it's all good. What you doing, bro?
I'm sitting here on the air. I'm chilling, though. What's good? What's happening with you?
Hey, man, I'm having a couple of drinks and just enjoying the conversation.
How many is a couple?
Well, I really won't go there.
He said, I had a couple of drinks. He asked me what I'm doing.
So,
You didn't have a few. You didn't have the mold. You didn't have more than two drinks. He called me while I'm on the air and he's like, hey, man, what you doing?
a couple, a few, I mean, whatever you want to call it. I mean,
I ain't doing shit right now.
Yeah.
What's good, though, AP?
Man, I was talking about these politics, man. You know, regardless of who got in and what you think of you know, which way, you know, they gonna go or whatever. My question is, what we gonna do? You know, we complain about what other people get, but we don't take a page out of their book and stay on our grind like they do. You know,
Yeah.
the LGBTQ, the other people who get out there and they're always out there on a constant basis. You know, I don't fault anybody for you know going for what they want. You know, I just say we should put in more work for going for what we want, whether it be the reparations thing or anything else, whatever you want to go for. But we should all be out there. I remember when they had a Trayvon Martin little rally downtown. You know, it took up about a street of a block.
Mm.
But in my opinion, you know, I took my youngest son down with me, and in my opinion, the whole downtown should be shut down.
Mm.
You know, and I didn't see that. So again, we sit back and we complain about what we ain't getting and what other people are getting, but we ain't putting in the work. You know, that's my problem. That's the problem I have with.
I feel you.
You know, and that just it drives me nuts when we complain about immigrants this and immigrants that, or other people this and other people that. But at the same time, you know, again, we ain't putting in the work that those other people putting in. They always out there on the front lines. You know, even with the Kyrie thing, you know, Jewish people, you know, even if you feel that he didn't say anything wrong or whatever, but they whatever their opinion about it was, they came forward and they made a statement.
Right.
You know, we tend to I'll go back to Obama. We thought that once he got appointed, elected as president, he was going to be the magic Negro and wave his magic wand, and everything was going to be okay for us. But we went back home. We felt, electing him, coming out to elect him as president was all good. We went back home and sat on our couch, and it just bothers me, like I said, we don't put in the work. The last time we really put in the work was during the civil rights movement. We ain't been out there like that anymore.
Yeah. Hey, AP, let me say this to you, brother. Some people ain't gonna like it, but I'm gonna say what I gotta say. The Obama election was symbolic. I mean, if you really thought that they was gonna bring a black man who's never lived like a black man in this country to the White House, and he was gonna be able to expose and put our struggle priorities in front, that was a joke out the gate. Okay, I'm just being honest. And you're talking to a guy who voted for Obama. I voted for Obama.
Well, I don't agree with that because even though we can say he was brought up in Hawaii and everything, Hawaii still got some racial discrimination going on.
Yeah, okay.
So
everybody does.
They haven't been impervious to their own history there about black people or people of color. So to say that he hasn't experienced anything, I don't think that's true.
Bruh, there's a difference between being an experience.
But yeah, I mean, he probably has an experience like we have here on the mainland, as we say. But they have their history with that.
Man, look, he heard about the same shit we heard about.
And again, to say that he hasn't experienced anything, he still was out there in Chicago, and moving and making moves or whatever. So we don't. I mean, unless he comes out and personally says what he's experienced, we don't know. We're just assuming that, hey, dude, you had a white mama.
AP.
You were raised in Hawaii.
AP, hold on, bro. Now, I ain't got nothing but love for you, man, but I know the difference between somebody that's raised up in America. Just because you brown and black don't mean you go through the same experiences of a poor black, brown, and somebody. Yeah, he was not raised poor. Okay, his experience of racism may have been in the hallways of Yale. Okay, that's a whole different experience of going through the hallways of what we experience. It's just a difference, bro. There's different levels of racism.
But again, bro, I mean, any level of racism is still racism.
No, but there's levels to it, bro.
No matter what level you experience it on.
Man. Yes, it is. Yes, it is,
bro. But what I'm saying is, that
let me explain why.
I actually, and also having a military background, you can't be a general with no army to follow you. I think that I think, my personal opinion, the man probably could have got more done if people had just backed him, as that army that he needed.
Let me ask you something.
I still, in my opinion, we voted for that man thinking he was going to be the wizard behind the curtain and be able to wave his magic wand and make everything okay. You still, as a general, That's
what you.
General with no army.
But hold on, AP. That's what you vote every president in the office to do.
Exactly.
You vote everybody in to do what you just said.
I think I stated that from the beginning, though. We vote for people, then we go home and we sit on our couches and think that everything's going to be okay. We're not like the other groups, the LGBTQ people, the Second Amendment people. We're not like them. The last time we had a big movement like that, and we're a unified group like that, was basically the civil rights movement.
AP, I agree with what you're saying, okay? I don't think we're far off of opinion here, but I'm trying to make you trying to get you to understand one thing that needs to be clear. There are different levels of racism in America, and classification plays a huge part in how certain people are treated in racism in America. Poor people, which is a class, poor black people are treated much worse than well-to-do black people in America when it comes down to racism. There's levels to racism.
And I agree with you.
Well, then
I agree with you, but I'm still saying that racism on any level is still racist.
Yes, you're right about that.
You still form an opinion about it.
But
You still have the same opinion about it, regardless of what level it's on.
No, you
it's
don't.
Racist.
No, you don't. It's one thing to have an opinion. Okay, I don't mean to be insensitive to my ladies or whatever. Rape can happen to anyone, both men and women. But it's one thing to go through a rape and have an opinion about it versus somebody who's never been raped and understands, like, okay, I know how bad it is, but you've never really experienced it. Now, in racism, you have experienced it as a well-to-do black man, and you've experienced it as a poor black man. Now, let me ask you, whose experience do you think is worse? You think they the same?
But bro, I mean, we agree there's different levels. But the thing is that the mindset is on any level when you're dealing with somebody who is, trying to enforce their superiority over you, you still thinking, man, this white motherfucker is crazy.
I understand,
still gives
bro.
you that same mindset.
I understand.
So to say that, just because he might experience on a level that might be above somebody who's on welfare, he still experienced some racism, and he still had that same mindset that this white motherfucker is crazy. These some crazy people.
Okay.
And regardless of what level it happens on,
it does matter.
You still have that same conclusion that these are effed up people.
Yeah, but you know what, man? Let me just say this to you, brother. If you go into, I think he went to Harvard or one of those. He went to Harvard Business School or something like that, and law school.
Right.
It's one thing to be discriminated, and look, I know how it is to be around white folks that don't really want you to be around them. I understand that, but he's not necessarily facing the same downfall. He sees light at the end of the tunnel. He's focused to get a degree so he can move in the direction and do what he wants to do. When you're at that level, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. When you poor and black and you down the way and nothing around you is positive, then when you facing those other obstacles, bro, you might not see no light at the end of the tunnel.
That's a mindset, though, man.
No,
you got some people who came up on the very bottom who still had that mindset.
Yes, I mean, you listening to one. You talking to one.
I'm gonna make it up out of this.
You talking to one, but I'm realistic.
It's a mindset.
Listen, bro, I speak what you saying right now, but I'm realistic. I also know that it take a level of a person to be able to overcome that mindset. And when you living in a world of dysfunction, some people live better than other people, even in bad situations. In a level of discomfort and dysfunction, everybody can't adjust on the fly to overlook what they're going through. Everybody can't do that.
And that's what I'm saying. It's a mindset. You got some people, what's that judge on TV? The one judge that I forgot his name, that talks about his experiences in life and
Judge Mathis.
Judge Mathis, exactly. So you would say he was on a few levels below Obama, but he still had that mindset that I'm not going to use this as a crutch and just give up. It's a mindset.
Okay. All right.
It's a mindset.
All I'm saying to you is this, bro. Listen, man, let me just say this to you, bro. Let me say this because I am agreeing with you. But let me just say this to you. You can have a mindset. You can know that things are against you, but you still need, even as a young man, you need a certain group around you. You need certain influences around you. If you growing up in the hood and your mama ain't around, your daddy ain't around, sometimes you have the enforcement that you need to be able to keep going. It's not an excuse. This is reality. But when you somebody like Obama, who grew up in a white household, when he was going through his obstacles, he had a family structured support that can make him see that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Everybody don't have that.
But I agree with you. I agree with you on that. But I also say that I'm also one of those people who believe in personal responsibility.
So do I.
So even if I came up out of a situation like that, like a Mathis did, I'm looking around like, I don't want to live like that. I don't want my future seeds to live like that. So it's a culmination of things that you have to take into account and
So
to
so
get where you want to get
AP, where
and
did you
make a
grow
better
up?
life for your own people.
AP, where did you grow up? What part of town did you grew up in Cincinnati, right?
Bro, I lived on Lynn Street. I
Oh,
was at
okay.
Lynn and Finley.
Exactly.
So I was right up the street from you
So you grew up
when
down
I
the
came
way,
up.
just like me, right? You grew up down the way. So how many
And my
people?
parents, worked at the same place and they lost their jobs. We was on welfare,
That don't matter.
but they
It don't
didn't
matter.
let that they didn't use that as a crutch to stay.
You damn
They
right.
got out there on that grind and they got better jobs. And we moved up out of there. We moved to Avondale and then St. Bernard.
See what you're saying? You see what you're saying? You see what you're saying? You proving my point. You proving my point, AP. And there ain't nothing wrong with it. We agree. But I'm telling you, see what you're saying? Look at the support system. Look at the support system that you have.
Some of it is still personal responsibility too.
But your
because
parents,
we talk about these cats out here, getting shot down in the middle of the street and everything. There was a brother who was walking with his child, and that's, if I'm thinking ahead, and I don't want that life for my child. Me personally, I don't want that life for my child.
Right.
And I've been through a few things, even with my parents' upbringing. I went through a few things, but I knew at some point that ain't the way I want to be. I don't want to be looking on my shoulder.
You didn't do that on your own, AP.
You
didn't do that on your own. Your same mama and your daddy that got fired from them jobs.
Not necessarily. Why? Not necessarily.
What you
because
mean?
You can be raised by your parents. They can give you everything in the world. I know some cats who were given everything in the world that I wasn't given as a kid, and they still went off on the wrong path.
Yes, so, that happens, but that ain't what we were saying, bro. You switching up.
Me personally, I didn't want that. I didn't want to have. I recognize I didn't want to walk down the street looking over my shoulder.
Okay.
And wondering who's gonna come up behind me. I didn't want to be walking down the street with my seed and walking through a hail of bullets. I didn't want that. I didn't want that. Just, regardless of what my parents were teaching me, and today's kids, I think a lot more goes in one ear and a lot more goes out one ear, as they say. I think back in our time, a lot went in one ear, but we retained a lot more. And I get that. But at the same time, I just wasn't that cat who wanted to be, looking over my shoulder. I didn't want that.
I get it.
And I could have, I'm not putting my business out there, but I was making some money in my younger days. But I sat back and I evaluated the whole picture of what was going on in the world. And I was like, that ain't for me. That ain't where I want to be. I didn't want to be scared. I didn't want to, have to have extra concern about my family. I didn't want that.
I get it. Some people make those choices where they're okay living like that. Some people make that choice that they don't want to live that way. I get it, AP. I was the same way. I stopped doing what I was doing at a very early age. Not early enough, but it was early enough for me not to end up getting in some enough trouble to put me in a system that I could find myself trapped in. But I got out early enough where I, could make some impact to my life in a positive way. Let's just say that. But you're right. It's all about the decisions that you make. I get it. But those decisions sometimes come from an enforcement. They sometimes come from people that love you so much that they make sure that you have all the opportunities and availability options that you possibly can have. And sometimes sometimes those same people.
But look at the young brother we got ready to go on trial, I mean, even at 15, 14, 15, 16 years old, man, I feel I have the knowledge to know that going around killing people wasn't the right thing to do. I just, that to me that was common sense. It's just, I think at a certain age, that certain things ain't right. You shouldn't be doing them. You should not be doing them. No matter what influence you have around you, you should not be doing them. You know, we got a young brother sitting on, sitting in jail with 3 bodies on him at 15 years. At 15 years old, I really understood. I did know that there were certain things I was doing I shouldn't have been doing. I, I it just,
Well, let me just say it like this, man. I'll sum it up in this, AP. The same support system that you have that created your mind to let you know that at 15 years old, I ain't got no business out here killing people. That same person, that same 15-year-old that's sitting in jail facing these charges, didn't have the support system that you had. The support system that they had helped and encouraged them to be the monster that they are. I don't think any 15-year-old is out here being who they are because of their own doing. They all had to be influenced to be a murderer. They all had to be influenced to be out here on the street. That's just how that's how they are, bro.
but,
Somebody stepped in and made them who they are.
but why? I just don't. I don't agree with you on that,
Oh,
man. I
okay,
mean,
you
at a
just
certain
think a
age,
15-year-old
at
is
a certain
born a
age,
crook?
man, regardless of what influence you have around you, at a certain age, you definitely know the difference between right and wrong. You just
I don't know. I
taking
don't.
another person.
Let's
You
be
know,
clear, AP.
I
Let's be
mean,
clear.
either
Do
you're
we?
trying to fit in or you're trying to get that come up. Or you have some mental issues. If you don't have mental issues, to me, you were trying to do some other things. You personally were trying to do some other things. Because, I mean, at 15, 16 years old, man, you know what you're doing, man. You don't need nobody to tell you this ain't right. And this, you know what's right and wrong, man.
Well, I got you, AP, and I'll say this to you on ending of this. I mean, going out on this, man, because I got another call coming. I'll just say this to you, bro. I don't know one crook in my life that don't know what they doing is wrong. I ain't never heard one crook selling dope, breaking in houses, out here murdering people. I ain't never heard of them say, I didn't know this wasn't wrong. I was just doing this shit. I didn't know. I ain't never heard none of them say that. Everybody that get in trouble that's doing this dirt out in the streets, they all know what they doing is wrong. That's why they do it. They do it privately, or they go off and do it. They do it not in front of everybody. They all know they doing something wrong. It's the level of your own morals is what kick in. It ain't a matter of right and wrong. It's who enforced the morals in you. You can't tell me that a 15-year-old that's out here killing somebody was not created to be a killer. You can't tell me that. We're all created by somebody. And then when we're created by somebody, we're all influenced by somebody. I don't know a successful person on this planet that, wait a minute, AP. I don't know one successful person on this planet that did it on their own. And then I don't know a criminal sitting in the justice center or in the penitentiary that got there on his own. I don't know.
Well, see, again, I disagree because
okay,
I believe you come to that fork in the road. You see that easy path to getting what you want.
Who put the easy path in the face?
And the money in there. Okay. And then you see that hard road that where you got to actually put in the work and use your intellectual, and you got to spend time and you got to put in the work. And sometimes human beings can be like, I don't want to do all that. I want to take this easy road over here to get to where I want to go. And that's the way I look at it.
Well, I look at it that way too. To be honest with you, AP, if I see a kid and he drop out of school in the 9th grade for something that he think is easy, I see a kid that's gonna have a hard road, a long hard road. I see that. Okay, we see that. But somebody had to influence this kid, or something is in his life to make him think dropping out at the 9th grade, there's something better for him right at that moment. Somebody convinced him of that.
Man, I don't agree with that.
I know you don't. I know you don't. I'm not asking you.
I think it's just human nature. Sometimes they want to go the easy route.
I don't think so.
I can get those $5,000 rims for my hoopty if I go down this way. I don't have to put in all this work.
All I can tell you is this,
that
bro.
I would have to get them things to get that money to put it. Yeah, sometimes it's just taking the easy route.
Yeah, it's always
and
that,
I think
bro.
that's just human nature.
It's pretty much always that.
Just, will fall into that. I don't want to take the hard road. I'm gonna take this easy road, what I perceive to be the easy road, to get to where I want to go.
AP, let me just say this, man. I gotta let you go because I got another call coming in, man. They've been blowing it up. So let me say I thank you for calling in, and happy belated birthday to you once again, brother. I know it was a few days ago. I don't think I talked to you on the line since then, so I want to say it to you now while you're on the air. Happy belated birthday, and let's continue this conversation another day. The same conversation. Let's do a whole show on it. That day, make sure you call in and not had a few. All right.
Hey, much love, bro.
All right, brother. I'll talk to
Nothing
you,
but
man.
love.
Nothing but love on this
Yeah,
end.
man.
Holla. That's AP. He dead wrong as hell, ain't he, y'all? No, I'm just kidding. I understand what he's saying, but what y'all don't understand, what some don't understand, I'm not capping for the criminals. Y'all know I don't do that shit. I hold everybody accountable for what they do. But I'm trying to tell y'all, I don't know one dope boy that didn't look at somebody and say, I want to be like that. I ain't never seen a dope dealer born. I ain't never seen a dude just born to be a dope dealer. He just gonna sell dope. He don't have no connections. He don't know nobody. He don't listen to no rap music. He ain't got no uncles that's selling dope. He ain't got no uncles stealing cars. Everybody that is successful in this world has looked up to somebody, and that person has been influenced by somebody to keep them on the straight and narrow, or that has had some influence in this person's life and has helped them down the line. Okay. And it goes the same way with people who are in jail. There are plenty of role models on the street. I was influenced by somebody. Yeah, yours truly looked at somebody and was like, that nigga got finger waves? Oh, I got a beeper? A Fila sweatsuit? With Fila shoes too? Oh, I gotta get that shit. How do I get that? Oh my God, is that a leather Adidas sweatsuit with shell toe shoes and he got a beeper? Shit. How do I do that? How do I get it? And if somebody would have told me all you got to do is stay in school, and when you stay in school, you'll be able to get you'll get every sweatsuit color you want. Nobody was telling me that shit. But I had a dude that'd give me a pack. I had an influence person in the hood that would like, hey, bro, shit, I'll sell you some dubs. So you're right. You might have somebody positive in your life. I have positive people in my life, but they wasn't telling me how to get no damn Adidas sweatsuits, leather sweatsuits. They wasn't telling me that. So yeah, I might have been influenced. I personally have been influenced by both worlds. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you from experience, I am not now, but in my life, I'm proud to say that I'm crook and book. That's just it. I'm proud to say it because I could be some different shit out here. I'm telling you, because I know how. But I know better. Like with AP, you make your choices. You should know who you do. Yeah, I get that. But I'm my age now. But I ain't always had the same common sense that I have today, living and learning and all that old shit. But at a certain time, at a certain age, you can't expect a 15-year-old who's been influenced by these streets the last 5 or 6 years of his life to think he gonna be an architect. He ain't talking about drawing no buildings. He talking about taking over a building. He gonna sell dope out of that building because that's how you get to the money. Because he's been influenced to think that. And with this Obama thing, I gotta go back to that. Brother, AP, brother, if you think racism is the same with upper class black people and lower class, and I'm talking about classifications, if you think racism is the same between Harvard blacks and Washburn blacks, bro, I'm not saying that the Harvard blacks, yes, of course, you know what? I'll even give Colin Kaepernick a little bit of credit because he didn't really grow up like a black dude because of his structure, his family structure. The perimeter, he had structure. He had opportunity. He had somebody, he had a loving mother and a father to help him stay on track, send him to the nice schools, even though the girls might have looked at him crazy, even though he had to go to the black communities to find his culture and his clothes, he still had the more important thing. See, it ain't the the Jordans and shit you wearing, and the Carl Kanai jeans and shit and all that culture and the cornrows. That ain't who make you who you are. Who make you who you are, what makes you what you are, is the path that you take. It's the education, the things that your parents and shit put in front of you to keep you on course. And one thing I'll say about Colin Kaepernick, he did reach down based on his documentary. He reached down and wanted to find his culture. I think that was somewhat staged a little bit, but I think there was some truth there. They had him in there looking crazy, talking about some, what's this I'm eating? Oh my God, like he's finally had some soul food. I get it. I get the analogy. I see what they're trying to do. But let's be honest. Who has a better chance at making it when you are Colin Kaepernick and being raised as a biracial child? You got a white mother and a white father, and you living in the suburbs. You going to the nicer high schools. You're going to the schools where you can be seen as an athlete. That same Colin Kaepernick in that environment, or Obama in Hawaii, raised by white parents in better situations. Who has a better opportunity? One of them guys who's facing racism? Is the racism really the same than a kid that's coming out of, I don't want to use a specific school. I don't want to do that to my people. But let's just say Taft. And that's not taking anything away from Taft. I'm just talking about when Taft had Laura Holmes sitting right next door to it. When Taft had Laura Holmes and Lincoln Court sitting right there. You trying to tell me black kids who don't even really know how white people and Jewish people and Asian people and all these different type of people move? You think that kid who has no experience in other cultures is facing the same racism as a kid that's out there adapting to the world? You think the inner city kid is facing the same racism? You don't think there's a higher level of racism? You got to keep in mind, this kid is being raised in poverty. Where there's a lot of poverty, there's a lot of police officers. Where there's a lot of police officers, there's a lot of crime. Where there's a lot of crime comes opportunity for fast cash and getting off course, making bad decisions, getting put in a system. What was the chances of Kaepernick or Obama ever being in a gang? What was the chances of one of their partners getting shot in a drive-by? What was the chances of them ended up selling drugs? If they wanted some Carl Kanai jeans or some Guess jeans or a fucking polo shirt, they probably got one from Christmas from their mother and their father. They didn't have to go out and do things, sell shopping bags and shit like that. They didn't have to do that. I'm not saying they didn't do things that give them some work ethic, like go out and get a summer job. But when you have a support system at home that keeps you grounded on life, it's a hell of a lot easier to deal with some of the things that that they may face because they have a support system. When your support system is pretty ass Ricky over there with dubs to help put money in your pocket, to help clean you up so the girls will now look at you, that's a whole different type of situation a kid is in. A whole different situation. So now I will stick on my circle. You don't have to, I ain't mad, but nobody has to agree with me. But best believe I done been in both environments. I'm speaking from experience, B. I've been in experience. I have experience at this. Listen, I went from one of the hardest. Listen, if you think Laura Holmes and Lincoln Courts was bad, it had nothing on where I went. I went to New Orleans. I didn't live in the hood, but since I was from the hood, like I told y'all a year ago, whenever we started, every city I go to, I always find the hood. Who do that? I don't do that shit now. But 10 years ago, I used to do that. I was on the road. I still travel a lot, but I'm grown now. I don't do the hood shit no more. But every city I go to, Minnesota, New Orleans, wherever I go, Oklahoma, damn it. I don't care where I go. I got to find the hood. That don't mean I'm on the block. I just want to ride by. I just want to see how that shit look. I'm just curious. I'll just do that. I don't go out and shoot dice in the dice game. I don't do shit like that. But for some odd reason, when you hood, you just hood and you want to see it. Just because you hood don't mean you got to live hood. Just like these rappers, I tell them, why you hanging out in places that you used to? The reason why these guys out here scraping and scrambling for the dollar and shooting dice and shit, because they trying to get their money up. Your money up. You ain't got to do that shit. I ain't got to hang out in the hood, but I'll drive by that motherfucker. Every time I go to Brooklyn, y'all know I love Brooklyn. I always go to the hood. Used to. Don't do that shit no more. It's just in me. I do it. It's been a while, but I used to do it on a regular. It's like going to certain monument cities. You know, you go to New York, everybody want to go see the Statue of Liberty. Well, damn it, I want to see the projects. Just me. And I'm just being honest. There is a different level of racism. Hold on, let me see, because that comment didn't come up on the screen, AP. Let me see what's going on. Why my comment didn't come up on the screen? You typed something and it didn't come up. Why didn't it show up? Hold on. Let me see, where is it? I want to read it real fast. You said, again, Wyatt. Now, why didn't this comment? Let me see. Maybe. No, it didn't come up on the screen. I don't know why. He says, now I want to read what he said. He said, again, Wyatt, racism on any level, still racism, bro. Shouldn't matter what level it is. We have companies today that won't give a well-educated Black person a chance to head their companies. That's still racism. You mean won't let them run their companies? I'm not disagreeing with you, AP. I'm not saying that some racism. Look, there's levels of racism. There's levels. And we got to face it. We just got to be honest with it. The racism that Kanye is going through right now is not the racism that the everyday Black man is going through. Kanye is going through a Black rich man's, and Kyrie. This is what I'm trying to tell you, and I'm going to prove it to you. I said it in my live the other night on Saturday. If y'all didn't catch that, go to my page and go to my live from Saturday night. I told you, rich Black, look, poor Black men. Since I'm not very popular, like I'm not a influencer of millions. I can go on my Facebook page right now, or I could go on my Twitter page and I could post the same thing that Kyrie posted on his Twitter page, and I can even put a comment on it. I can post it and I could say, y'all should check this out. Kyrie didn't quite do all of that. He didn't say y'all should check this out. He just tweeted it. He just put it up there. Okay? He didn't even say now showing like the movie theater. He didn't do none of that shit. Now, he gets in trouble. He get in trouble for doing that. I could do the same thing on my Twitter page or on Facebook and put the same thing up there. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. That ain't two different levels of racism. Since he has a higher influence, he can't do that. But nigga, since you small and don't nobody know you, it don't matter. That ain't two different levels of racism. That ain't telling an influential Black man you can't say what you want to say. But me, it don't matter. I can put it on my page and the ACL and all them, the Jewish community, they ain't gonna file no complaints and shit on me. That's not different. That ain't a different level of racism. Sure it is. He has influence and he has money to back his influence. You say this, he says, right, there are different levels of it. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean on another level can't understand that you are going through, bro. I never said that. I never said, AP, I'm not understanding why your comments are not coming up on the screen. I got to read them on the page. They showing up on the page, but not on the screen here. I really don't understand it. I'm not saying that we don't understand. Listen, man. The whole conversation came up about Obama, right? All I'm telling you is this. Some people, if oh shit, damn, hey, Fame, damn, bro, call me back, man. My fault. My fault. The phone is acting up. It's shooting off on me and all that old shit. I'm sorry. All I'm saying to you is this, brother. We all can experience racism. You have some people that experience it, and you have some people who hear about others' experience. It don't feel the same. It don't feel the same. The person who experienced it it's going to feel different to them versus the person that just heard about it. It's not the same. I'm going to take a phone call real fast because I had Fame on. My apologies, brother. What's good, Fame? How you doing, man?
I'm fair for a square. All is well. How you doing?
I'm holding on, brother. I'm sorry about that, man, but my phone is acting crazy. I'm going to have it fixed this weekend.
Oh yeah, I think I got hit with a virus earlier today too. I got to go to the store to get them to remove it or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, earlier you were talking about Kyrie Irving,
Mm-hmm.
and and that what's going on. Here's what I think what's going on. I think this is the owners fighting back. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Newton's third law, and that's what's going on. That's what happened last year, the last couple of years. And, all that civil rights stuff and Black Lives Matter stuff that they were doing, and to accommodate the players, make them feel like they're in accord with them on that. Now we've seen two examples of two NBA personnel, one a coach and one, a very high profile player, being given very extremely excessive punishments for simple stuff. They took half of Udoka's money. The Boston coach took half his money, originally raked him over the coals, suspended him for the year, which means he couldn't get a job. Then they, reduced the suspension, but he's already been embarrassed. Everybody knows he's, getting with the office co-worker. They, allowed him back in just so that the New Jersey Nets or Brooklyn Nets could hire him. Some small backlash about him being hired about what? Because he had a consensual sexual affair with a woman. And now he's not even getting that job anymore for Brooklyn. And then what the hell's going on with Kyrie. This is just them fighting back, saying, okay, y'all made us quit saying owners and call the team that I paid for. You're telling me I got to call it that I'm the governor, not the owner. And you want me to do all this Black Lives Matter stuff and damn near protest at the game daily. You're gonna pay for it when you get caught doing nigga shit, like both of these two have done. That's just all I think it is. I think it's just they're fighting back, saying, okay, you do something, I'm raking you across the coals.
So you're saying they flex
every time I can.
They flexing. You think they just
flexing? They flexing. Yes, they flexing. This is just their pushback. Their I hate to say it, but revenge. For putting them in, untenable situations. They had to do a lot, do that to them anyway, that BLM stuff, the cops and stuff. These are billionaire owners, they're friends with the cops. Yeah. When they have their parties over, who's the security? Cops, unarmed cops, or, out of uniform cops.
Yeah, I hear you. let me
You know what I'm
ask you
saying?
something. Let me ask you something. Could it also be the fact that since the NBA pump fake, because I call that BLM, that Black Lives Matter bullshit, I call that, when they had that involvement, I thought that was just clout chasing, to be honest with you. I don't really think they really give a fuck. I really don't. They painted it on the hardwood floors, and they had the brothers out there with the t-shirts on because they owed the fact that what are we, 80% or 90% of the NBA is black or some shit like that. The players, of course, like
80%.
80% black or some shit like that. And then with the foreign players, that has reduced our percentage. But before we were, we were a higher percentage than that. But that being said, I think that they feel like since they gave, and I'm not saying you're off track, I'm saying to add to that, I'm saying that keep in mind, they went hard for Black Lives Matter in the movement in 2020. They went hard. And I think what happens is now they got to satisfy, whenever somebody do something, now they got to satisfy their predominantly their community of Jewish people that are the high price ticket holders. And I think if they don't hit one of these guys, because they wasn't going to do nothing to Kyrie at first. They didn't do anything till they heard Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal saying some shit on the TVs and stuff about how they felt like he should have been suspended. Keep in mind, he wasn't suspended and they wasn't doing anything to him until Charles Barkley and them start talking that shit, Fame. Like, well, the NBA dropped the ball on this one. They should have suspended him. And that kind of co-signed what they wanted to do to the man, even if they didn't do it. Because they didn't have it took them a week to come out with a suspension, bro.
Right.
So
right.
Why did that take so long?
Well, why did it take so long? Because the pressure from their rich friends.
Well, they also had to take
like you said, Barkley and Shaq kind of co-signed, or set it up for them to go ahead and punish them.
Well, yeah. I say that they had to take the temperature of the community first. And that is when you hear people like Charles Barkley and you hear people like Shaquille O'Neal saying something like he's an idiot, that kind of gave them the green light to be able to pose a punishment. And I'm just being honest.
These are two men who don't represent the black community in no way, shape, or form.
I agree. I agree. I mean, they represent the NBA before they represent us. And don't you think it's a little hypocritical that Shaquille O'Neal owns a movie theater? They own them theaters and shit like Magic Johnson. And his theater actually had this documentary on 3 years ago. Nobody said anything about that he actually made money off of it.
Right. And don't forget the fact that how much more money Bezos has made. This before this Kyrie stuff, this thing was on Amazon for $4.95 to rent. Now it was $4.95 to rent, like $15 to buy. Now it's $11 to rent, $50 to buy.
What?
Yes, Bezos raised up the price on it.
Oh yeah. Also, okay. Yeah. That's even more flex. Like, I'm gonna take all of the fucking clout and all of the marketing that has come down for free. It's on my platform, and now I'm gonna up the price on it because now everybody wants to see it. And I mean, damn, and nobody got in trouble for it, or no one was held across, nobody else was punished or was held into higher standards other than Kyrie. And keep in mind, he made no opinion of the documentary. He just posted it, he tweeted it. And then he asked the question. He asked the question, black folks. He said, how can I be anti-Semitic? I know who I am. Now, if y'all don't understand what he mean when he say that, you mean to research why he feels like watching that is necessary for him and maybe some people that think like him. He's a free thinker. So if he says to the public, to the world, I can't be anti-Semitic because I know where I come from, that's telling you that he feels like he's a Jew himself. So how can I talk bad about myself or look down on myself? See, people missing all of that. They didn't hear the interview. They just going off of the narrative that the public is putting out there and the media is putting out there, and the hate speech and the anti-Semitic term. That's what they're using. But Fame, think about it. That's like a white man getting on there talking about how can I possibly you know, how can I what makes you think that, you know, like, you know, if he's sponsoring or promoting some KKK stuff, you know, you got to look at it like, hey, bro, are you in the KKK, or you know what I'm saying? Like, are you affiliated with it, or what's going on? I mean, you can ask the question, but I don't know, man. I know that when he gave the interview after the post and the tweet and all that went up, it was very clear to me why he put it up there, but he never gave an opinion. But when he says, I stand on my circle, I started reading, and all I did was Google my name, and in Hebrew it means this, and I looked that up, and this documentary came up. And he said, I start reading. I know some things. I figured out some things, blah, blah, blah. And then they said, don't you think it's anti-Semitic? And he says, how can I be that? How can I be anti-Semitic when I know who I am? I know where I come from. That's telling you right then and there that he would be talking about himself. I don't understand why people don't get that.
No, because like I told you, that's these owners, every little bit they can to jam your ass up. You know, Kyrie stuck it to their face and not taking the jab.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you do a podcast with a guy who didn't take the jab, and his work said, all right, you got to go then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's these owners saying, look, we're in charge here. I don't know what the fuck you thought this was. I didn't pay $500 million or more for this team for you to tell me what the hell to do.
Right. I get you.
You know, I'm not the governor. I'm the goddamn owner.
Right.
You know, I don't care what y'all think. You know, if your feelings don't like it, then go get another gig. That's what they're basically saying. And so you watch the next person that catches any type of flack, they're gonna jam you up real good, just like they done with Udoka and now Kyrie. Somebody else will catch it too, like real overzealous, too harsh of a punishment. But that's all I got.
No. I know you're
coming to an end.
Go ahead, I'm sorry. I got a question for you, Fame. It was I don't know if you were listening. Let me just say hello to Stephanie Hyde and Latora Gooden. What's up, PC? What's up, cuz? Stephanie Hyde's my cousin. What's good with y'all? I know they just chimed in. But I got a question for you, Fame. Did you hear the conversation that I was having about with AP about levels of racism, even with black folks? Did you hear any of that conversation that we were having about, you know, different levels?
Yeah, I thought he was completely whack.
Okay, I mean,
I thought you were 100 spot on saying that there's different that the racism he's facing is not, you know, up at the halls of Yale and Harvard Law is nowhere near the racism that we're dealing with.
But we all understand that there's racism, right? We get it.
Right.
But there's different levels, because up at Harvard and Yale, what I'm trying to say is they're going to be distanced racism. There's no system that there's, you know, I guess they could say, well, there's a system of failure. They can make sure you fail. Okay, they can make sure you fail out of school or whatever. They can make it hard for you to make it through school. But you still have a support system that shows you that, you know, your mother, your father, whoever they are, gave you that support to be able to see light at the end of the tunnel. But yet when you come down to the hood or come down to kids that are not as fortunate to have them same success avenues or, you know, support systems, that's a different level of racism, because that racism got some shit in store for you. They got systems out here for you, whether it's the criminal system, the influential system, which means you get hyped up and go out here and do some shit to get some fast cash. You're more likely to drop out of school when you come from an impoverished situation than you are in a better situation, a better environment. And nobody can tell me that somebody who ain't never lived in the hood know how it is to live there. And there's way different ways. I ain't talking about because you had central air and we had windows. I ain't talking about that type of feel. I'm talking about just how you move every day, just how you accept it in this world. It ain't not. Listen, articulate black folks are still black folks to white people, but white people have a different level of respect for a black person that shows that's articulate and has some intelligence about them versus somebody that just don't show any couth about themselves. That same person will be treated different by that same racist person. Even though they don't like either one of them, they would treat both of them a little bit different. That's just that.
I mean, that's kind of a microcosm of Kyrie and Udoka. Yeah, you guys are some assimilated black folks, but you're still niggas to me. And the minute you do something, I can jam you up. I will. Oh, you're sleeping with company office workers and you're not supposed to. I don't care if it's consensual. You getting hemmed up. You know, you're posting movies on social media. I don't care if you don't give a comment about it or not. It's an incendiary movie. I'm jamming you up. It's kind of the same thing, just on a different level to what you're saying.
Yeah, I just think that there is different levels of racism. I think that kids that, even black kids, I say it's different levels of racism based on the classification. I think higher level black kids, it ain't got to be a mixed kid. I think a kid that's growing up in the suburbs with a loving, supporting family does not face the same racism. They say they face the same things, but there's different levels of racism in this country. Just because you discriminated up there don't mean it has the same consequences that a discrimination has down here. I mean, you're not stuck in a system and you're not stuck in a dark place. And when I say dark place, I mean a repeated system. You gotta, like I told everybody, Fame. Let me just say this, bro. I just honestly think this might sound a little insensitive, but everybody don't have the same support system. I don't know anybody on this planet who's successful who got there on their own. And then I don't know anybody that's sitting in jail doing 20 years who got there on their own. They both had influential people in their life to steer them in the ways of life that they choose and the choices that they making in life. That's just the bottom line. And your influential people in your life play a huge part in the direction you go in. Whether it's an uncle that's selling dope or an uncle who's a heart surgeon, which kid do you think stands the better chance of being successful? That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I couldn't agree more.
All right.
Yeah, you're 100% on that.
Appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate y'all. Be well.
All right, you too, brother. Later. I'm not saying that we all don't face it. Hell, there's a different level of racism that I'm going to face than somebody that's not quite where I do the things that I do. I go to a boardroom and have a meeting and I'm the only black guy in there. They don't look at me the same way. I told y'all about that a long time ago. I used to go into meetings and I would be the only black guy there and they would question, where's Wyatt at? Where's Randall Wyatt? And I would have to tell them, I'm Randall Wyatt. First thing come to my mind is, you don't think I'm supposed to be here. That might not have been a racist comment asking where I'm at. Who am I? Are you here for Randall Wyatt? No, I am Randall Wyatt. I don't have what they call a black name. Randall Wyatt. Wyatt is friend. Wyatt is not a black name. It ain't motherfucking Johnson. It ain't Richardson or some shit. It ain't the common, Jackson, shit like that. No offense to y'all who get those names. I'm just saying my name ain't motherfucking, it ain't nothing that people just by looking at it on paper could be like, oh, this is a black guy. So I've walked in situations, and here go the thing. How would you feel? And I don't mean to sound all motherfucking uppity and shit, but I got to keep it 100. How would you feel when you're paying for everything for the situation and people who are there work for you, but they don't know you or Randall Wyatt? And when you walk in, they treating you, and in this case, it was me, treating me like I'm there to serve, coffee and shit. but I'm the motherfucker paying for everybody. I'm paying the bills. I put this thing together. Y'all actually work for me. I face that sometimes. That's okay. That's okay. That's how it works sometimes. It's just like that. But anyway, guys, I gotta go. That's my time. But like I said, tomorrow gonna be real tough for me. I may have to start late, right around 6, maybe 6:30 if we do that. Because tomorrow I'm going to see with my family. I'm going to see Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. It's at 3 o'clock, 3:30. And I'm gonna watch every preview. I'm gonna watch the end until the lights cut all the way, and they be like, okay, the next movie coming on, y'all got to get out. For $50, I'm gonna be there the whole time. Peace and love to you, Anthony Prosser. I see you there, brother. It's all good. We're gonna have another conversation. We're gonna have a conversation about this. I want to put some things together because this was a shock, and not a shock, but I didn't really have a conversation for it. I was just using some offbeat, examples. But when I bring it on this one, I'm gonna bring it on this one. But you can't tell me Obama went through the same shit that the average black man go through in this country. And I'm not saying he had it easier, but you can't tell me that a man that had that structure in his life, raised in Hawaii by a white mom and a white dad, and who's seen light at the end of the tunnel, who had a unbelievable support system, he didn't get to Chicago when he was 12 years old, bro. He got to Chicago when he was already setting path of what he wanted to be in life. He wasn't facing Chicago gangs. He didn't have street kids, friends, and shit like that. He got there with a career path. You do know that, right? He spent all his childhood in a safe place. He had great influential help in his life. He don't know how it is to live in the hood. You say his dad wasn't white. What was his dad? Didn't he grow up in a white neighborhood? I mean, a white family, a white situation. I mean, I know he's mixed, but I'm saying, didn't he have like the Tiger Woods situation going on? I'm pretty sure he did. But he didn't grow up in Chicago. He landed in Chicago with his career. He didn't have Chicago. He didn't grow up with people like we grew up. Like I grew up with my friends down the way, and he didn't have those same choices. Like, do I run with my partners or do I go to Harvard? Do I run with my partners or do I go try to be a lawyer in the state house? He didn't have them options. That wasn't where he was facing. That's all I'm saying. I don't think Obama ever had a parking ticket. He was so clean. Where they find him at? I'm just being honest. That's not a knock on him. I'm just being honest. Like, he was groomed. Yeah, Kenneth said he was groomed. Obama was groomed to be who he is exactly right. And that grooming came from who? His influential people in his life, the support system that he had. He never faced what we faced growing up in America in the projects and shit. It's a different level of racism. It's just different. It's so different. I can't really put my thumb on exactly how to explain what it is. But like I told you, I'm not saying that he didn't face racism where he was, but it was a different level of racism. It was one of them things like sit in the back of the classroom, sit in the back of the bus. He probably was dealing with that type of shit. He wasn't dealing with the shit in the hood like you fuck around and go to the store at the wrong time and you find yourself involved in some in a drug investigation. I don't think he was facing that type of stuff. He wasn't facing police brutality in Hawaii and all that. I don't think he was doing that. Hey, but anyway, man, I appreciate everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully right around 6 or so. I'll put a post out. Go to my Facebook page and go look at my Saturday rant. Saturday night, I went off on Facebook. I went off. And now all of a sudden, these rich black men that I was calling out, I'm sure they probably heard me because, you know, I got that kind of juice. The rich black men are starting to step up. I do have one announcement real fast. You say speculations? Okay. So I can tell you two things for sure. You say speculations, just like you always preach against, bro. I can tell you this for sure. Obama didn't have a juvenile record. Obama didn't grow up in the projects of Hawaii. Obama's never been in trouble with the law. Obama is a well-articulated Harvard lawyer. That sound like somebody that lived. I mean, come on, let's be honest. It's not speculation. He had a very, very good childhood, and I'm not mad at it. I had a great childhood. Just happens to be in the hood, but and we went other places. Been About That Check says, what black man stepped up, Wyatt? Don't mean he didn't do dirt. What's doing dirt? Dating somebody else's girlfriend or some shit like that? Stealing a Snicker bar out the dollar store, or stealing a Snicker bar or a Hershey Kiss out of the gas station? Yeah, he probably did some of that. I bet he can't cut no dope. Let me get my dumb ass out of here, man. I'll holler at y'all on the next one. Peace and love to everybody.
Dum dum lady, dum dum lady, dum dum lady. Dum dum lady, dum dum lady, dum dum lady. Oh, jam for me, jam for me, jam for me.